So, in Stalker Anomaly, we'll encounter many different types of enemies that includes the environment themselves, with anomalies and mutants and other stalkers in the zone. And the best way to survive against mutants and other stalker is a gun. And so in this video series, I will be looking into which gun is the most reliable, starting with 9x18mm pistols. In this video, I'll be testing the PM pistol, the APS, the Fort 17, the GSH 18, OTS 33, PB, and the PMM. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. However, I do want to make a small note on how we're gonna actually test durability. We're gonna shoot 500 rounds for each of the guns. However, on top of that 500 rounds, we're gonna include how much round they can hold inside of each gun's magazine. So, for instance, the PM can hold 8 shots. That means that would fire 508 shots, and the other guns would also do the same rule, like the OTS 33 having 27 rounds, it would do 527 rounds. And so, let's actually get started. Well then, call me surprised. PM starter pistol survived 500 rounds, and with the condition left of 19%. Alright then. Let's try the APS pistol. Again, 500 rounds. See you guys on the other side. Whoops. There it goes again. Yeah, some of this is a machine pistol, but hey, in the end, they're still pistols. Well, that was a lot quicker than the PM, that's for sure. And it looks like the APS is way more reliable than the PM. Not surprising. 49 condition left out of 500 bullets. That's pretty good. That's very good. Alrighty. Let's try something else. The Fort 17. Oops. Alright then. Let's see what it can do. Alrighty. So 500 rounds later, and the percentage is 3. For a gun that is, well, more or less a better version of the PM, this guy, it appears to have done way worse, which is quite interesting. That's something I did not expect. Let's try something else. So, next up, the gash. I just realized now it's actually 9x19. Crap. Well then, that's gonna be it for another video. Or could be in the same video, who knows. Anyways, so instead, we're gonna be doing the OTS 33 Pinarch. Alright. See you guys there. Okay, 500 rounds later, and we got 7% left. For modern guns, they're not looking too hot, aren't they? Compared to the two older generation of these guns, like the APS. It does way better than the OTS 33. Let's try something else. Don't mind bullet. Next gun is gonna be the PB, a suppressed variant of the Mycroft PM that you start off with. Alright. Let's see what this thing can do. Sneaky breaky. So, 500 rounds later, we got 14%. A bit less than the PM, the starting pistol, which kind of not surprised, because you know, the suppressor does make it a bit more likely to have fouling from that many rounds. Let's try something else. Next up, the PMM. Alright then. Let's see what this guy can do. So, 500 rounds later, and we are at 24%. Which is very nice. Very good. For Minecraft, so definitely a much better PM. So, after crunching the numbers, whatnot, and testing all these guns, what do we got? Welp. In first place, after 520 rounds, the APS wins with 49% condition left. Pretty impressive, must say. In second place is the PMM with 512 rounds through it. It has 24% condition left. It is a modernized version of the PM, so it makes sense. In third place, the PM itself at 19% condition left after 508 rounds, which is pretty good for a starter pistol. Note, I do want to point out that the reason why I have 20 extra rounds for the APS and the PMM and the PM is because I forgot to empty out their mag, so they have a bit extra. But same goes for these other guns. Now, in fourth place, we have the PB with 14% condition left after 508 rounds. In fifth place is the OTS-33 with 527 rounds through it with 7% condition left. And in last place, which is shocking to me, the Fort 17 with after 512 rounds only have 3% left. Now, for a modern gun, I thought it would last a bit longer than these older generation, but guess not. Alright, now we're going to try all of these guns again, but this time they're all gonna be upgraded with max reliability. So, before we continue on, I want to point out that not all the pistol in this lineup can be upgraded with a reliability modification, and sometimes you can't get one until you get another modification. For example, for example, Fort 17, I need to get this one first, long barrel section, before I can get a chrome plating of the internal side of the barrel to get the extra plus 15% reliability. A polymer pistol frame, before I can get this one, the protective body thickeners for extra 15% extra reliability. Now, these should not affect the gun in any way other than what they said they would affect, which is reduce weight for this one and increase flatness, how much the bullet drops after it leaves the barrel at a certain distance. So, just want to point that out. Let's see, no other. Oh, no, there's ones like this, chrome plating of the barrel again, but it's at the beginning. So you don't have to buy this to get this. But for these other two, I need to buy these. Nope. These two modifications first, or get them before I can get these modification. In total, it's about a 45% extra reliability percentage. How much is that SCN affected? Well, we'll just have to see. So, after upgrading the gun that can accept a reliability increase modification, this is where we're at. Starting off with the PM, we have only one modification, reliability increase modification, and it adds a 15% increase. The Fort 17, it has three times it has mo- three modification slots that can allow reliability. So it's 45% increase in reliability. How much would it affect it? Who knows? Well, I mean the dev knows, but yeah. Uh, the OTS 33 has only one. As you can see, the PB has one as well. As you can see, and the PMM has only one as well. Whoop! Time to get shooting now, shall we? Okay, so we've been through all the guns. Let's see where we at. Now I did try the APS again to see if there is any random variable or randomness to the grading of weapon condition. And look at that, same as before, 49%. So with that, what do we have then? Well, starting with the PM, we are at 32% probability instead. And the Fort 417 at 39%, the OTS-33 at 20%, and the PB at 27, and the PMM at 36. Okay, after crunching the numbers, the PM, after its reliability modification of just 1, went from 19% condition after 508 rounds to 32% condition after 508 rounds. Next up is the Fort 17, which has the most to gain out of all three, out of all the pistols, with from 3 to 39% condition after 512 rounds. Pretty big gain. Worth the price? That's up to you. The OTS-33, after 527 round, went from 7% condition to 20% condition after its one and only reliability modification. The PB went from 14% to 27% after its one and only reliability modification after 508 rounds. The PMM, after 512 rounds, got 36% condition. Then its previous one, which is 500, which is 24%. So, what we got? Well, in first place, not counting the APS, not counting the APS because it cannot be added, cannot be placed. It cannot have a reliability modification. I mean, it's already very reliable as itself, so it makes sense why, I guess, from a gameplay standpoint. The Fort 17 with 39%. Pricey to get that reliability, but again, that's up to you to decide. Followed by second place, it's the PMM with 36% reliability. In third place is the PM with 32% reliability. Fourth place is PB at 27%. Third and last place, OTS-30T with 20%. It's like the OTS is just not a reliable gun. Well, all that fire rate kind of makes sense, I suppose. So, which one is the most reliable out of all these guns? Well, unmodified, it's the APS. It wins in both categories, modded and unmodded, out of all these guns in this lineup. However, pretty sure the APS is a late game pistol, because you cannot find it early on, and most likely you have to get pretty lucky to find one, and if you do, hold on to it because it's a very reliable gun, and with a pretty decent sight too. At least when it comes to seeing your target at close range. Alright, so 9x19. We have the Beretta 92F, the Walter P99, the CZ75, the Glock 19, the GSH18, the Browning High Power, and the MP443 Crash, and the USP Match. Alright, so I do want to mention before we continue with this test that I said that repairing is cheaper than buying. In most cases it is, especially armor. But some guns are just, whoops, not worth. It's just not worth to. It's just not worth repairing, because repairing can be more expensive than actually buying new. So do your math and do your research, and also not to mention, you can change how expensive things are in the game through the settings. So it's different for everyone. So do your due diligence on if you want to repair something or not. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, 515 rounds later. You gotta remember, I'm also starting off with the extra rounds in the mag of the guns. So, where are we at after 515 rounds? 18%. Not too bad. Not too bad at all, I would say. I mean, could be worse. But yeah. And now, on to the P99. There. Yep. Alright then. See you guys. See you guys on the other side. So, 516 rounds later, we got 28% condition. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's pretty good, I would say. There. Next gun is the CZ75. Alright. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Okay. This is? Well, nope. Semi-automatic only. Alright. See you guys on the other side. Okay. And 516 rounds later, we are at 18% condition, same as the M19. No, M M9 M92F. There you go. Same as the M9. Right. Interesting. Moving on to the next one, we got the Glock 19. Let's see what this can do. Right. See you guys on the other side. So, 500 rounds later, 517 rounds later, we're at 18% condition. Right then. Seems like so far three of these, and my 19 pistols are going at 18%. Let's see if that notion will be continued onwards with the GSH-18. See you guys on the other side. So 518 rounds later, we're at 12%. Look at that. It's a different outcome this time. Worse one, but different. Alright. Next one will be the Browning High Power. Very proven design, I believe. Here it is. Alright, see you guys on the other side. Okay, this. And so, after not 500 rounds later, we are at 2. The lowest percentage you can get on a gun. When you reach that condition, it's completely broken and cannot fire. So I demonstrate. Magazine in. Yep, it just doesn't want to fire. So, there it goes. We got 64 rounds in our backpack that is left that we can't shoot. We only got through 449 rounds. That's a first. So far, we've seen all the guns can go through 500 rounds plus the magazine capacity that they can hold. Browning high power, as it turned out, isn't quite that reliable. Let's try something else. Now, it's the MP443 Gratch. Gratch? Sorry for my poor pronunciation. But, let's see what this guy can do. See you on the other side. So, 518 rounds later, we're at 23% condition. Pretty good. Right. So now, it's time for the USP match. That. Let's do that. Alright. See you guys on the other side. So, 515 rounds later, we're at 23% condition. So, what are standings? The Beretta 92F at 18% condition. The P99, the Walter P99 at 28% condition. The ZZ75 at 18% condition. The Glock 19 at 18% condition again. The GSH 18 at 12% condition. The Browning high power that 2% condition with 64 rounds to spare. That cannot complete. The MP443 Garage at 18% condition. USP match at 23% condition as well. So the USP, so there's quite a bit of, there's few ties here. Of course, there's also the lowest and the highest. So, what are our standings? Well, we got the Walter P99 at 28% condition, followed by the USP Match at 23% condition, and tied with the MP443 at 23% condition as well, followed by three other guns as well in third place. With that is the Beretta 92F at 18% condition, the CZ75 at 18% condition as well, and the Glock 19 at 18% condition. Follow that, at fourth place we got the GSH 18 at 12% condition, and last place got the Browning high power with 2% condition and spare ammo that he could not manage to finish through. So now it's time to do these guns with their respective modification that is increased reliability, and see which one has the most, least, and which one got the most out of that modification. Alright, so what do we have? The Beretta has four reliability increase. So in total that's about 60% reliability increase. How much would that actually increase from the 18% that it last had? Yeah, math expert knows, but we're about to see. As you can see, I did, as again stated before, in the 9x18 guns, you have to buy the previous modification before you can buy the next one. So that's why I have to buy the fire rate, these two, to get these two modifications, and an accuracy or reliability. But again, none of these should matter. This should just respect what their stat says, and not the reliability or any other details. As the Beretta, the Walter P99 has 1, 2, and 3 reliability modifications. The CZ75 has 1, 2, 3, and 4 reliability modifications. The Glock 19 has 1, 2, 3 reliability modifications. The GSH 18 has 1, 2, 3 reliability modification. The Browning high power has 1, and 2 modification only. Interesting that the gun that has the least, the one that didn't qualify for, that didn't make it to the end of the 500 rounds, only has 2 replayability. Let's see if that's enough to make it throughout 500 rounds and the 13 plus rounds in the mag. The MP33 MP443 has 1, 2, 3, and 4 reliability modifications, and the USP match has 1, 2, and 3 modifications. Overall, all these Western pistols, except all these pistols that is chambered in 9x19 has either 1 or 3 more reliability compared to the Russian pistols. Okay, so I forgot to mention that the USP match has, let's see, 1, 2, and 3 reliability modification. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see how much that would affect. There, see how much more they can win against the. Let's see how much reliability they can have at the end of this trial. See you guys on the other side. And around 4,000 plus rounds later for all these guns, combined 4,000 rounds later, took a while. Um, let's see, the Beretta 92F with the extra reliability modification, the 4 reliability modification, got from 18% to 57% condition. Really big difference. Makes sense. The Walter P99 at 85% condition after 500 rounds. That is insane. Like, really insane. Also, 69 kilograms. Nice. But yeah, 85% condition after 500 rounds. That right there is a keeper. I mean, it's also only 3 modification, but then again, the last round it's also the champion, so makes sense. The CZ75 at 57 from 18% condition. I believe the Walter P99 was at 26, 28%. The Glock at 46%, which is kind of disappointing. Even with like three probability modification, kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. And afterwards, the GS18 at 69, again, nice percent condition after 518 rounds. Pretty good. With 3 reliability modifications. The Browning High Power being not so great, but it did get better with 29% condition left. All the rounds has been fired. though only two modification reliability modifications. So yeah, it's gonna be the underdog, fortunately. MP443 with 62% reliability condition from 23%, and the USP match at 52% reliability condition from 23. Now that is interesting. It's because it has 3, but the MP443 has also, oh wait, no, it has one more. Never mind, that makes sense why. That it is a little bit more reliable. Alright, let's crunch at the numbers. So, after checking the numbers and also ranking the pistols with modded and unmodded, uh, here is the ranks. At first, with no modification, we have the APS at number 1 with 49% reliability, followed by the P99 at 28% reliability, and then the USP match and MP443 at a tie at number 4, followed by the PM at number 5. And then Beretta, CZ75 and Glock 19 at number 6. We got the PB at number 7. We got the Gas 18 at number 8. We got the OTS 33 at number 9. And then we got Fort 17 at number 11. And then the Browning Eye Power at the very bottom at number 11. Though, with reliability mod, max reliability mod, how many the guns can have. Number 1, P99 with a whopping 85% condition left. You can easily repair that up with common repair items. Easily. And for cheap too. Number 2, we got the GSH 18. The Gush 18, I don't know how you pronounce it, sorry. With 69. Nice. Percent condition left. At number 3, we got the MP443 with 62% condition left. And at number 4, it's a tie between the Beretta and CZ75 with 57 condition left. 67% condition left. At number 5, we got the USP match. At number 6, we got the APS. We got the APS. Note, it has no reliability mods, but still, 6 plays, that's pretty good. Number 7, we got the Glock 19. And then number 8, we got the Fort 17. And at number 9, we got the PMM. We get the PMM. And number 10, the PM. And number 11, the PB. And last place, the OTS 33. Which, as it's standing on the preview and on the ranking with no reliability mods, it's very, very bad when it comes to reliability. But still, it is full automatic though, so there's that. So, with that being said, what are my thoughts? Well, if you're not someone who well, my thoughts is these are all pistols. If you're gonna be using pistols, you have to in later games, mid games, when you really can like have good money and has the ability to upgrade these guys with even just one modification or maybe two if you're lucky. And if you're the type of person that likes to work with the open my editor menu here with the workshop, something like this, where you can tweak or repair your weapons, upgrade them and whatnot, or even make stuff like these, you know, all of these and whatnot. You you can definitely you, you can bring these pistols to later games, but you have to be quite an accurate shooter with those because, well, they're pistols. Most of these are not even fully automatic, like the APS or the OTS 33, 033. And also, 9 by 18 and 9 by 19 millimeter is definitely only good for a lot of most of the mutants in Stalker Anomaly, and not against other enemies, even low armor enemies. Unless they're wearing a jacket or a leather coat, then you can take them out easily. But still, you're you're gonna struggle, at least from my experience, trying to kill a lot of bad guys, especially in later games where they are always always armored almost all the time, and anything above level 3 armor as well. You're gonna struggle. You're definitely gonna struggle. But if you do want to take it for the later stages of the game, then go ahead. Then my recommendation is definitely either the P99 with maxed out reliability, because you can shoot more. Don't have to worry about that going under 85 or 80%, in which case at that point you're gonna have to go to a mechanic to get a repair kit for your gun, which is gonna take quite a bit of money. So you have to take care of it less. You can shoot it more, which you know is nice. So you don't have to worry about, oh, is my gun nearing its end of its cycle, nearing its end of its cycle or not. So the Walter P99 is what I would recommend you getting, which if you have the parts for it. But if you want to get a stock gun, I think from the ranking, the best one would probably be would still was even stock. Will the Walter P99 would still be the best out of all of them, really. But if you're lucky and get an APS from somewhere, rather a trader or an enemy, repair that, and that would be a great gun stock, like all round. Even though, and yes, you can't make it more reliable, but you still can just get it. But it will still be such a reliable gun, considering that after 520 rounds, it's at 49%. 49%. That is very good. And so that is my rank. That is the data. Which gun is the most reliable? If you want a fully automatic gun, the APS is definitely recommended. But other than that, you don't have any other choice than the OTS. If you do use the OTS 033, keep it in check. You gotta make it keep it in check, or buy more expensive repair items. That is not a full-on repair kit, if that makes sense. But so yeah, that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please do leave a like and comment what you thought, and comment as well what you want me to see tests out in this in Stalker Anomaly. See whether some this affect the gun or this and that. Comment down below. Anyways, anyways, take care, stay safe out there in the zone, and have fun. And of course, don't die.